we wanted to flight, you know, take two. That'll be, take three. Hello pilots, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James with, now I'm in my head. Now I'm in my head, now it's over. Take four. Hello pilots, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James, and today we have another build video, but it's more of an assembly video for the latest addition to the FlightLine RC lineup in a new series. So this is the first of a new series of pocket warbirds. This is the P-51D Mustang. Now I know before everybody says, oh, another Mustang, the beauty of this one, it's a small toss and boss. You're not getting any landing gear on this. This is gonna be for you guys that just wanna have some fun for a cheap price and rip around the field, because the beauty of this new Mustang and all the models that we do release from FlightLine in this series going forward, they're all EPO foam, and they're all going to run on not only 3S but 4S power. So the recommended battery size for these, anywhere to a 1600. You probably get away with an 1800, maybe even a 22. I haven't tested that, but we are recommending 1600 milliamp Admiral, 3S or 4S. And you should have a lot of fun with this. I'm so excited to get this together. So now the purpose of this video, as always, we will go through the spec of the model, so tell you everything that's inside of it, what's powering it, and also some of the features. Then we'll get into an unboxing, show you quickly how it's packaged. It's a FlightLine model, so it's gonna be packaged really nice. And then we'll do a step-by-step build, and I believe this went together in maybe 4 or 5 total steps. All right, so let's get started with the spec. So taking a look at the spec of this new beautiful Mustang. Again, as I said, it's 850 millimeter wingspan, which is going to be 33.5 inches, and it is 740 millimeters long at about 29.13 inches. Again, perfect to toss in the car and always have with you, just like our Park Jet series is. So now moving on to the motor, it's powered by a new 2836 950 kV brushless outrunner. And it's a 2-bladed prop. We weren't going to go for scale on something like this, fully scale. We were going for speed and agility. So a 9x6 2-blade. That'll be running on a 30 amp ESC. And then you're only running 3 plastic servos. You have 1 servo that will control both elevators. There is no rudder on this model, and you have 2 servos controlling the ailerons. There's also no flaps or anything. This is a yank and bank special designed to have fun, race with your friends, and just go fast. So that'll wrap it up for the spec. Now let's get on to an unboxing. So now starting with the unboxing, guys, as you can see, it is packaged really well, as all FlightLine models are, regardless of size. So now as we took it out of the box, when you open it up, you'll see your big decal sheets. We'll talk a little bit more about those a little later on, but you do have 2 liveries available. One is the Enchantress, and one is Shanghai Lil. Next out of the box is your manual, and also it has your sticker sheet. Then you do have a carbon spar. This is a smaller one. And next is the elevators out of the box, and again, the foam finish looks beautiful on them. They do have some panel lines, and the control horns are already attached. Next is a prop, as we said, 9x6. And then you're gonna get to your big section. So you have 1 big complete wing section, and the ailerons, control rods, and control horns are already assembled. So when you bind it up, just make sure their servos are centered, which they should be, and you'll have no problem. Again, the finish is really nice. It's EPO foam, so it looks like the Corsair. It looks like any FlightLine model you ever got. It's painted really, really well. And then you get to the fuselage. So again, the rudder is fixed, so there's no rudder on this model. It's rudderless. But everything looks nicely detailed, and when you open the canopy, take a look inside. There is a lot of space in there. It's pretty cavernous. Taking out, you're gonna have your baggie, and that's gonna have a couple screws in it. You're gonna have 4 screws. 2 are gonna be for the main wing, and then 2 are gonna be for the prop. You obviously have your entire prop assembly, so that's the spinner, the back plate, and all the nuts. All right, guys, so that's everything out of the box. Taking a look at the manual, it's only a couple steps, so let's get started with the build. Just before we get started with the build, guys, you would have noticed by now that my tail is yellow, but out of the box, the tails are not painted. So if you want to finish off either livery that comes included in the box, whether it's the Enchantress or the Shanghai Lil, you're going to need to paint the tail yourself. I ran to Walmart and got myself some Marigold Rust-Oleum and just taped it off. You'll see that at the end of the video. I'll show you how I did it. It took no time at all and just really made it pop, and I wanted to obviously get the nice pictures for the video. But we didn't paint the tails. We left it mostly a base paint because we know a lot of guys want to customize, and Mustangs, again, come in so many liveries. We envision you guys buying, a bunch of guys at your club buying these, racing them, having fun with them, and then waiting for some adversaries maybe later on. But before you do step one, which is going to be gluing on your horizontal stabilizer, if you are going to paint it, you might as well not put it together yet. Do the paint first. But now let's get on with the regular installation of the horizontal stab. Installing the horizontal stabilizer is really easy. The only thing that's going to be required is the little carbon rod they give you, the carbon spar, the 2 elevators, and you're gonna need some foam tack. So we recommend Beacon foam tack. That's what I use for pretty much everything. It's the RC nectar of the gods. So you wanna just put that all over both sides of the elevator. I run some on the carbon tube as well. Then you're gonna push the 2 sides together once you have glue on them, and then you want to pull them apart, get the stringies, allow 90 seconds for the foam tack to cure a little bit, get some air in the mixture, and then put it together, and you're never gonna have to touch it. Step 2 is gonna be your main wing. So right away, you're getting to the main wing. At this point, what I did was, they do include out of the box is a Y lead. That's gonna be for your ailerons. So I attached the Y lead here, then I ran it through the only spot it can go to get it into my fuselage. And then working from the aft way forward, you're gonna slot in the foam piece just above the radiator on the bottom, and then you're gonna push it snug in from the front of the aircraft, and then you're gonna use 2 of the included 8mm screws. They only give you 4. You're gonna use 2 of them, drive them in, and you're done with step 2. Now in the book, step 3 would be to start attaching the control rods on your elevator. I don't believe in that yet. I'd rather have the plane bound. So at this stage, I would bind up your model. Then once they are, you'll see that the control rods for your elevators are installed backwards, just being kept inside the fuselage when you get it. So you're gonna undo the screw, pull your rods out, then you're gonna work the rods through the 2 plastic spots on the back of the tail, and then you're gonna put them through the servo. And again, 1 servo is running both rods for the elevator. So then just tighten that down, and then you'll be good to go with step 3. Then you install your prop. So it's just your shaft adapter, back plate, prop, spinner. Then you're going to use the 2 remaining screws to drive the spinner in after you've tightened down the prop nut, and your prop is installed. At this stage of the video, guys, you'll have a complete P-51 Mustang, only leaving off the decal. So however you went to paint it, you'll see here just some B-roll of me. I sprayed it down. Again, Walmart, $3.50 for a can of 2-time Rust-Oleum in the Marigold. And I think it turned out really well. Now, some of the features, just in closing, that I really love and what you can expect from this new series of FlightLine. Obviously, no retracts for this thing. This is a belly lander. This is a toss and boss special, but they did include great plastic skid plates underneath the radiator and the cowl, which you can see here. And the nice touches, they were clear plastic that one covers, and they sprayed them from the inside. So the paint wouldn't scratch if you get it scratched up, which I just thought was a nice touch. You probably want to be landing this more on grass than on pavement anyway, but you shouldn't have a problem either way. This is going to be a lot of fun to fly around. Let's take you inside again, just show you real quick. I threw in an Admiral. I just had the 6-channel gyro receiver available, but I turned all the gains down. I don't think we're gonna do a gyro tomorrow when we do our flight review, but you can check the flight review now. This is before I flew it. But you can see, again, nice and cavernous. You should have no problem. I have a 2200 4S, which I don't think I'll fly it on, but just to show you how much space is in there for comparative speaking. You can get that nose, you can get that weight all the way forward if you need it. I haven't tested the CG yet, but she looks really, really good. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with the new FlightLine P-51 Mustang and future models that are coming to the series, because I have an idea of what's coming, and I think people are going to be really, really excited. So that'll do it for the build video, guys. Be sure to check out the flight review, which is available now. It'll be me and Patrick out there flying this thing around on both 4S and 3S, and then look out for more content. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow all things Motion RC. Jump on Hobby Squawk. Talk about this new model, the Corsair, all the models. Join the club, and we'll see you next time.